Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's matchup features one team who wants to ground and pound. The Buccaneers are top 10 in rushing yards, and they're going up against the Lions team that will need to keep the running game in check.
All right, Larry, we are at a site that's played host to 2 Super Bowls, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Detroit Lions. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. They finally do get him down, but we've got penalty flags on the field as well, and they might get 15 more out of this. Sideways. No gain on the play there. Second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
On second down, here's Stafford. Jones has it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. First down, Winston. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So second down, 3 yards to go now. They go again with Davis. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Here's Davis now. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play clock winding down. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Winston. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Now this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Stafford now to throw. He completes it to Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. Stafford on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. They come out here in the eye. They run. Abdullah. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll run with Davis. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Now Jameis on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Now the 6-year man from Cal, Brian Anger, on to kick. Back deep is the former Seahawk, Golden Tate. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the best rivalries going. We'll have the Ravens and Steelers for you at 8:30 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday night, another divisional matchup. This time it's the Pats heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Nice twofer there.
And the tight end Ebron in motion. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. And the tight end Ebron in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Stafford finding his big tight end Ebron for a Lion first down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Second down now after the incompletion. And the tight end Ebron in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. And the tight end Ebron in motion. Here's Riddick. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. In his 5th year from Appalachian State, it's Sam Martin on to punt. Back deep for the Bucs, Deshaun Jackson. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now they'll run it on the toss. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The play fake to Sims. Now Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And got his man complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 36 yards. Now Davis. Finding room inside the 40. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 45 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On the carry, it's Davis. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. 3rd and goal. Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 25 yards out. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
On the ground, it's Riddick. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He hits Riddick underneath. And he lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And the tight end, Ebron, in motion. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. First down throw. Stafford to the right and complete to Galladay. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On first down, Stafford here. Open is Tate. Touchdown, Lions. Golden Tate, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. An NFL update. Second quarter now in Jacksonville. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Shift together here from the D-line. Play action now. Winston. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They go play action. Winston. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Tahir Whitehead. From that outside linebacker spot, he's able to get in there for a loss of 9. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. In motion left goes a tight end. Final play of the half here, Winston. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we will toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with Larry Ridley with our EA Sports halftime report. An NFL update, second quarter now in Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff looking right. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. Nifty footwork at the 45. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory. Right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Yeah. And the back goes into motion. Jameis now on first down. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Haloti Ngata in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
Third and long for Winston. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They're going to try and throw. Wide open receiver complete. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. They'll get 9. Yards there, and they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now they try the right side here. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Bucs on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Jameis to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and drop shy of the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
They go back to Riddick. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On first down, it's Stafford. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Robert Ayers in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And the tight end Ebron in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now it's 2nd and 7. Stafford now to throw. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. With a carry. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Red zone opportunity. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's to the 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Theo Riddick hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
First down, Winston. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Akeem Spence with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Second down, Winston. And he's going to go down again. Kerry Hyder in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Now Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And, Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here. What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a handoff as they run left side. Past the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Second down following the run. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And to give this time to the tailback. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That's been a tough day, but they finally were able to get one into the end zone, and maybe the offense will feel a little bit better about itself going into next week.
And if you're a coach taking that into next week, I know you're upset, but it is a little bit more respectable, somewhat of a moral victory, right?
Yeah, they probably won't say a lot of that to the team, but it is true. It's something for them to build on, and then they can call their mom and tell her, hey, Mom, for your fantasy points, we got you a few down the stretch.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The motion man is Tate. Now they'll run it on the taunts. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Stafford going to throw it. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know. Defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 36. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with second and just 2 yards to go. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
The Bucs on third down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Lions, they'll take them where they can get them right about now as a victory moves their record to 2-11 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Tampa.